What's up, crypto kids, blockchain, all my friends? How you doing? I'm coming at you from, well, the crypto verse. How about that? Let's start right here at Bitsgap. Bitsgap has been, it's rough right now because when the market tanks, when the market isn't going sideways or up, bots have a rough time. And these bots, these are the creme de la creme for collecting crypto. And when you're running crypto to crypto bots, they do pretty good. Sometimes they range out. Sometimes they range out for long periods of time, and sometimes they range out very, very quickly. And they take a little bit of management. And but if you turn on all the trailing downs and all the trailing ups at the same time, this turns into basically a big giant bot that you can feed on a regular basis, and you can use your trailing ups and trailing downs to decide how far your risk tolerance is for any given asset, right? And but it will, like any liquidity pool, when things are rough, it will pour you into the weaker asset, and the weaker asset, so it better be a asset that you like. And if you have two extremely strong assets, well then they can compete, and you end up being happy with whatever you have, right? Because you have a lot more of that. And if it takes a little time for the market, you get something you have strong conviction in, and you got a bunch of it, and you wait it out. Now, one way that I use these bots very often is to reset my bots when I think the market is going to go down and then spring back. And with everything going on with the Fed and all this good stuff and their emergency nonsense and all that good stuff, I'm still doing the same. I'm using my money market, where I have my money parked in stables and I'm getting yield off of, which is how I recommend going after, the entirety of the crypto market in a safe and responsible manner where you're not hurting yourself too much, right? You take all your money, you put it, you keep it liquid, but you keep it in a stable format, right? And you use the profits from staking, whatever it is, wherever you have, you get it in Voyager making like 70%. You get a year, you can have it in a lot of different places, but you get it in a stable situation. And we could make a video going over that if you need to, but Elephant Money is one of my favorites, and there's quite a few different places right now. Animal Farm is a great place to be earning stables, and I keep a pile of stables that I move around in the DeFi world into the safer places, and where I'm earning some sort of coin, but I keep all my stables in a pool, and then I sell that coin and I use that as my money market, right? And there's a lot of different ways to do that. So I am still pulling out of my money market, buying into this dip, right? And I'm as much as I can. I just pulled out I got about just under 2 G's that I'm going to be able to buy the dip with. And it looks like, I would think Monday is just tomorrow, probably when you're watching this, is probably the day, right? Sometimes it happens on Saturday or Sunday that those are the days to buy, but very often Monday comes and you think you're in some sort of, your positions are running, or especially some degen position is running, and then Monday pops out and bashes it over the head, and all those gains are wiped off, right? Happens a lot. That's what we're doing with the volatility farming that we do here at Bitsgap, is we try to capitalize on those movements, and still be able to sleep at night, not have to worry about it, stare at the screen, stare at the charts. I haven't been digging into charts every day like I used to. I've been reading a lot more white papers and going deep dives into DeFi protocols and all that good stuff, but I'm still on the charts. I got my, I use DYOR as, which basically is a chart analyst tool that I use that, finds me charts that are looking to pump or break out, but I haven't been lately utilizing capital in that way. And I've been, getting into the nodes, buying is, using my typical strategy of whatever is red, buy, whatever is green, sell, and build my position that way, right? Withdrawing from all the node protocols, or withdrawing from all the protocols, buy whatever's the cheapest, and then keep feeding that until it runs, and then, buy whatever's on sale. And, everything's on sale right now. So where to initiate my, capital is always always an interesting question. So one thing I always try to do with these bots is try to, when I think something's going to go down and then pop back up, is to sell some of that original crypto and then hope to buy a lot more of it, right? And the pristine example is like selling Bitcoin at maybe you bought Bitcoin at 50 grand, but you think the market's gonna, we're sitting at 40 grand, but the market's gonna tank and then rebound. So you jumped into stables even at 40 grand, even though you were at a loss. It went down to 39 and you bought all of it back in just as safe as you could, right? You saw it go down, you got back in and you ended up with some more Bitcoin. Maybe it continues on down to 38, 37, doesn't really matter. You ended up with more Bitcoin than where you were at, which is the positive action that I'm looking to take in a lot of these market cycles. So got a lot of pressure, but what's the sign for us? 10-year yield. If the 10-year yield spikes, jumps to the moon, get the hell out, right? However, shortly after that, I think that's when the uncorrelation happens, right? Because like we all know, we're correlated to the stock market. We're correlated to the market in all things, and we're initially correlated. So when things initially tank, we're going to tank with them. If they initially go up, we're likely to initially go up with them. And then a decorrelation should happen, especially if there is something that has gone crazy in the debt market, right? The debt market, the dollar, which is just a unit of debt, if it is to tank or something terrible happens in the debt market, all markets follow. Stock market especially is going to follow the debt market. We're hoping, and I believe, that the initial correlation will be just like with gold and silver, which, gold is very much a similar play to Bitcoin, right? Okay, so as Bitcoin starts to go down or whatever, the markets, we're going back to the debt market. As the debt market tanks, if it's going to tank, which we'll know by watching the 10-year yield, right? If the 10-year yield spikes, the debt market is tanking. And so get out of all stocks, get out of all your core positions, get out and wait for a cheaper entry if that is your plan to get back into the market. Or you could, sit off to the sides, get into some sort of hedge, silver, gold, Bitcoin, whatever. And, depending on your belief in Bitcoin, obviously I think it's a hedge. So basically what we're talking about is eventually then as those things start to continue to tank, crypto, Bitcoin in specific, gold, silver should become decorrelated and start rising as money escapes from the debt correlated assets and jumps into other things that are hopefully hedges, right? The whole point of being a hedge. So there you go. So what I'm looking to do today is simply get out of a crypto and then get back in. So right here on Phantom ETH, I did that. I I just sold off some of my grids on Phantom. I imagine people watching this are familiar with Bitsgap, so I'm not going to go into the super technicals. I should probably do a reintroduction video soon, but not the point of this. So I sold some of the Phantom, and this ETH is already starting to do its thing. And I thought it was going to take longer than it did, but it went down instantly, right? I sold here. And I created some more lines of ETH in this case, and it just went down and ate them all up. That is what I am hoping will happen. Now I am hoping that that Phantom regains its legs and bounces back up. So Phantom and ETH, I've got them on BTC and ETH here prospectively. This one is already back to trading. This one ran on BTC, has ran out altogether, right? I set it here, did a little trading, and boom. Wiped it all out. So now it has moved my position all back into Phantom. We'll wait for this to run and hopefully get end up with a much larger position. So we're looking to do that with Tron today. So I have this Win Tron, which is a Tron based, it's a Tron derivative, just like NFT here. They're on the Tron blockchain, KLV, BTT, all these things are in the Tron ecosystem. People who are into Tron and like Tron, they're the ones who are holding these other coins, right? And Tron has its own ecosystem. And what we know is that Tron goes first. So Tron should run against Win and NFT. See how they've already gone out of range here? I think they're going to go further out of range tomorrow, maybe the next day, maybe a couple more days, who knows? And then they will pop back up. And I want to end up with more of these coins. Right now, I'm fully in NFT. I'm fully in Win. So I'm going to sell a little bit of it for Tron. Right? And then Tron should create some more downward pressure. So I'm going to take a couple of these lines basically and move them down here. Tron should create some more lower pressure, switching me back over into the derivative, which is NFT and Win in this case. And I'll end up with more of these, especially, and then when this thing pumps back up, we'll just have a larger position because we will have bought at a cheaper rate, right? Hope that makes sense. It's the same thing as like the Bitcoin example I gave, where you sell, you sell the Bitcoin at 40,000, you buy it all back at 39,000, you end up with a whole bunch more Bitcoin. Same situation you're doing here with the bots. So I will be looking to do that with my bots. Not going to give you a live example here. I mean, we could do one of these here. Let's do this NFT. You come up here. You can confirm that you are closing this bot. Bam, confirm. And generally, it's best to do the coin that you think is strongest first, right? This KLV has been staying in range. That one's usually the strongest performer out of those. BTT when it's trading. Right now, they're not trading BTT except against USDT, and because they just did the conversion, and all my BTT ended up in my main account. I'm just leaving it there until they open up the BTT Tron pairing. Okay. Done with that. We canceled all of those orders. Here we are. Let's get reset. So as I was saying, it is best to, whatever you have the strongest conviction on, set that bot first, right? If I reset all these Tron bots, whatever coin you have the strongest conviction on, you want to do that one first because it's going to utilize whatever extra Tron that you have sitting over on the side, that type of thing, even though we're basically out of Tron. Okay, so let's reset this bot. 12 grids, 1.21. That's not bad. I don't think we need that much. Oh, we're on the wrong bot here. We're going Win. TRX. Like I said, I think this will go down some more. Let's grab a few more grids than that. Somewhere right in there. I want to get up somewhere with the previous, because it could easily get back down into this range. So we get into the top of that range. Don't want to sell too much of it. I just want to make a small little move here of selling back into Tron. It should come back down, probably wipe down out here, and then come back up, and we'll end up with a whole bunch more Win, right? Because we're selling some Win here for Tron. We're hoping it comes back down and buys a whole bunch more Win per Tron, right? Okay, so there we go. That looks good. 1 by 14 grids, 1.14, looking just fine. Let's go ahead and run that bot. And I know it's very counterintuitive, and you don't always have to do this. You don't come down and reset your bots when you do this. It's a risky move, but I do think we're going to wipe out, come down here, because this is how Tron normally plays. Bitcoin, Ethereum. Bitcoin goes first. Ethereum follows a little bit later. Then Tron goes, then the derivatives underneath Tron goes. So when Tron goes, it will push down through here, wipe out my position, and then bring it all back. Here we go. Let's run this thing. You cannot stop bots on multiple pairs. I thought we closed that. Okay, so we did just did the wrong pair. But you get the point. I'll do the other pair off camera, but press start, confirm your bot, off you are, go to the races. And there you go. It should have been the other TRX. Whatever. You get the point. There's all that. Anyway, quick little Bitsgap video. I got a lot more coming your way. There's so much more going on and happening. Just had some little trying times lately, so you haven't seen me as of late. Catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.